Alright, this is Richard Gatlin. I'm with Row Tree Service. I'm a certified arborist, and one thing we emphasize here at Row is safety. And anytime I see an issue on the job, we address it right away. Now, I've been doing this for about 15 years. That's not to say I'm good, but it is to say that I've seen a lot of injuries over time. And I've seen two very bad cuts in my lifetime. The guy cut his knee real bad, and the guy cut his shin real bad. It was on a terrain just like this, where you're dealing with pine straw or kudzu, things that are slippery. So ideally, this isn't a real big saw, but you don't want a big saw on a hill like this because it's a little bit harder to control in terms of maintaining the balance of your body. Preferably use a climate saw, or if the trees are small enough, use a hand saw, a good hand saw. You'd be surprised just with a few strokes how fast it actually cuts if it's a new one. But when you're on a hill, you want to stay as low to the ground as possible and make your cuts. You don't want to stand up because you might, when you slip, you're going to slip this way. You won't have time to engage your brake. You might come right down on your saw. You're not going to come down on it, and that's how I've seen the cuts. So you want to stay low to the ground. Make sure you got a good balance. And if you're able to, look for a little stub that you already cut and put your foot right on it. That way you know you're not going to slide. And also, obviously, be aware of your surroundings when you're sawing, because you're concentrating more on balance versus who's around you. So you don't want to be cutting and you come around over here and get somebody over there, which really you shouldn't do anyway. Just keep the saw in front of you. When you're done making the cut, engage the brake, set it down, and then get to the next spot. Most importantly, on a job like this is chaps. You want to wear your chaps because, you know, if any time you're going to cut yourself, it's going to be on a job like this. And if somebody that's really new, it's a good idea maybe even to wear arm chaps as well. That's something they've come out with that they're emphasizing more and more today. But in terms of the Z133 standards, eye protection is mandatory, helmet is mandatory, ear protection and gloves is not mandatory, but it's recommended. I would definitely recommend it on something like this, because if you slide, you're going to grab on something, you got a thorn right there, you might hold on to that, you slide down and rip your hands off. So this is also a time you want to really emphasize your PPE as well. And that's all for today. Today's April 16, 2010. And next video will be coming out in May. Thank you.